And here's Venetti's pitch. It's slapped to second base. He's pitching a pretty good game. Up with it, throws him out. And Donnell throws him out to Howard, and 1 up, 1 down. So this is settling into a pretty good pitching duel. Maine won the opening game 3-0. Got a little home. Well, actually, Maine scored the winning run. John, you got the winning RBI on a fly ball to right field. 1-0 would have been enough, but he came back and hit a 2-run homer. In this game, Etzweiler's done the damage with a 3-run shot in the first inning to make it 3-1 Maine. Bordick is up now. He grounded out 6-3 in his first appearance. Venditti's breaking pitch gets him for strike 1. Oh, it is settling in a little bit. We did not have an opportunity to ask Wink how far he was going to go with Morse in game 2. He's not throwing too many pitches. Drives him back. 1-1. Not thrown many pitches, has he? He threw 25, then he cut it to 12 and 10. He's really grooving the ball now. Last 2 innings, 12 in 1 inning, 10 in the next. Pitches outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Game time tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Hope to see you here at the University of Maine at Orono. George Hale with you, Lynn Harlow today, and Al Hackett rejoins us tomorrow. He won't have any of the fun. We had to interpret all the big things today. Hit to the right side foul. It's going to be back out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. When Hackett comes home tomorrow, you explain about the batting order, will you?
I'll give him John's explanation.
Yeah, John was on it. I forgot it. Well, I didn't really talk to him very long. He said, he's typical Lincoln. 2-2 delivery. Hit to second base again. Back at the edge of the grass, he'll come up with it, and Bennett throws him out, and there's 2 down. So Vendetti's got him hitting it on the ground here. And this is Bernardo, who scored after getting on a walk and scored when Etzweiler hit the 3-run home run. Bernardo, who's had a great year and getting better, batting at .425, 9 home runs, 9 doubles, and a triple. And added a stolen base today. I think that was 5th stolen base of the year. Very good first baseman. Pitch low. You know, we don't talk about it because he hits so well, but you know he has made a total of 5 errors this year at first base. That's all. As a collegiate first baseman.
He's an outstanding first baseman. I think he set a New England record last year for total putouts, and a lot of those were not easy putouts.
Lines it for a single into right center field, and Bernardo is not going to be quiet too long. His 13-game hitting streak came to an end in game 1, but he starts a new one here in game 2. So a 2-out single by Bernardo, and that's going to bring up Dan Kane. Kane also scored. He walked. The walk certainly came back to harm Vendetti when the home run went to Etzweiler. A walk sometimes is just the bane of the coach, you know. You know, people forget that a walk and a single is the same result. Doesn't make any difference how you get down there. You're down there. Kane from Surrey, the number 2 hitter, batting at .424, back of Bernardo's .425. It's very even here. Kane has 11 doubles, 1 triple, and 5 home runs. 41 RBIs. Bernardo off first. Well, they'll run him maybe here. Nope. Taking low. They ran him the last time. Now, Bernardo has a stolen base. I think they respect the catcher, Turnbull, a little bit more. And he's throwing very well down around.
He threw very well the first 2 runners that we attempted. Bernardo stole
the first game he looked
on the pitcher in the last time.
I'm Vendetti set. Hit toward the middle. It is going to be stopped by the second baseman. Throws for the force out at second base. Excellent play by that infield. Connell gets a nice round of applause from the hostile Maine fans who really applaud. That was nice defense. All right, Maine gets a base hit, the 3rd hit of the game, but they leave him there. And we have gone through 3, and it is Maine 3 and Siena 1. We'll be back for the 4th inning in a moment.
State-of-the-art equipment means you can be the very best if you're up to the task. The completely renovated Bickford Auto Body
and Lever Designs. Don't settle for less than Slag Locks, and don't settle for less than EBS, your building project partner in Ellsworth, Cherryfield, Bucksport, Blue Hill, Machias, Calais, and Mount Desert Island.
Morse is out there now for the top half of inning number 4. Brennan, the leadoff batter. He's got a couple of hits today. They've only had 3 all day. He's hit the third baseman. Dutil comes up with it. Nice throw to first base. 1 up, 1 down. 5-3 the scoring. Brennan is out of there. Till more and more becoming an excellent addition to the infield. They had him in the outfield, and they started shifting things and moving Gagne back into a legitimate role out there in the outfield. They've now moved Gagne to left field. Winkin keeps juggling people, but he's got what he wants, he thinks, now. Gagne in left, LaPierre in center, and Hutchinson out in right field. All right, the second batter here is Turnbull, the catcher. No stats on these guys today. They've shut them all down. That's the base hit out into the alley. It's going to come up short, though, and it'll be fielded by the center fielder, LaPierre. Hit number 3. And Turnbull now, who has the RBI in the ball game, gets a single to the right side, and Alessio comes up. He hit into that strange 1-5-3 double play the last time up. Came back to the mound. Well, they got the force at second base, and then he apparently fell going down to first base, and he was laying on the ground when they threw the ball to first base. One down, runner off first base. Morse getting set to deliver now. Maine ahead 3-1 in the 4th inning. It's hit to second baseman Etzweiler. Takes a hop, but he has no play at second. He comes to first base. The hop helped him a little bit, but it came up quickly at him, and was right where he wanted it, but he did not have a good play at second base, so he took him at first base, and he's out of there. Alessio 4-3, doesn't run well. So with 2 down, Dave Howard is up there now, batting left-handed. A good runner down at second base in a 3-1 ball game if they can get him in to the plate. Maine won game 1 by a 3-0 score. The victory went to Plimpton in a strange game. Now Morse, who started game 1 and had to leave when he was accidentally pinch hit for, is in pitching game 2. Fastball on the inside corner for a strike. Somebody listening say, accidentally pinch hit for. What does that mean? It's just a quick way of getting out of it, huh? Well, Maine didn't intend to do it, but they did it. All right, Morse peeks at second. Swings and misses. He took a lot off it. A nice change-up breaking pitch. 0-2. We'll be on the air at 10 minutes to 1 tomorrow for the wrap-up game in the series. If Maine were to sweep this series, they would be awfully close to winning the championship. There are a couple of little things there.
Yeah, the only detail is the game that was not played with Hartford.
Yeah. And we don't know what Northeastern's doing today either. So you got to wait for a few things, and you got to wait for the game stand, too. 3-1 Maine. Swings and misses. Strike 3, and that is strikeout number 4 in the game for Morse, who is matching Plimpton. Morse feels like he's been out there a long time. No runs ahead, they leave a man. We go through the middle of the 4th inning with Maine ahead 3-1. We'll see you in a moment.
The Dodge boys are turning up the heat with super values on a great selection of new Dodge cars and trucks during spring fever days at Bangor Dodge. Qualified buyers choose Dodge Aries and choose low 9.9.
Etzweiler, who hit the opposite field home run, is up there. Maine ahead 3-1 on Etzweiler's 3-run shot. You want a stat that really is impressive, huh? We'll give you one here in a second as Venditti gets set to throw to Etzweiler. Scotty Morse, who started game 1, okay, threw 28 pitches in game 1 before you had to leave the game. Check swing, it is a foul ball. Now keep that in mind. 28 pitches through the 2 innings that he pitched in game 1. Then when he had to leave the game because of the way the lineup card was made out, they accidentally pinch hit for him, he came back and started game 2 and threw 25 pitches in inning 1. In inning 2, 12 pitches. In inning 3, 10 pitches. In inning 4, 7 pitches. You got to be kidding me. He's gargantua. Hit to the left side. Will they have a play on it? Down the line, they chase it. They will drop inside the ballpark, but they can't get to it. 0-2. Well, then I don't know how you can you just got to be very impressed. Now, on the other side, let's give this other kid credit. Venditti. He didn't have to pitch game 1. Venditti threw 23 in the first inning, then he went 10-10, so he's not doing bad either. But Morse is so much more impressive because of the velocity. Now the jug gun's got him at up to 86 to 89 miles per hour up in that area. 0-2 to Etzweiler, high for ball 1. 1-2. Those are really incredible stats, though, when you stop and think about it.
Can't get much better than 7 pitches in an inning, George, and I noticed that the Siena hitters were coming up and swinging at that first or second pitch. They were not waiting.
Etzweiler fouls it back. What's everybody looking up for? Is there a parachute jumper or something up there? Everybody's been looking up in the air.
think they're probably looking at those heavy clouds out over the left field stand.
Maybe. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I thought maybe Hackett was coming back by parachute or something. Vendetti doing a nice job. He's held Maine to 3 hits, but Maine's ahead 3-1. And it's hit to the right side. The first baseman, Howard, comes up with it, steps on the bag, and this pitching duel continues along. And the difference in the ball game is Danny Etchweiler's home run, which is looming big. Here is LaPierre, who is up there for the second time in the ball game. LaPierre batting at 305. Had off-season surgery in his arm. He's come back. His throwing is somewhat hampered, but he runs well and he hits well. And he throws decently. I don't think anybody's going to accuse Maine of having a great throwing outfield, but it's a good outfield.
Historically, George, these are the kind of pitchers that hurt Maine or hinder Maine's attack. The ones that throw the soft stuff, the breaking stuff. We do pretty well against some of the better pitchers around, but these kinds of pitches historically have given Maine trouble.
And everybody else at times, jump ball pitchers. That's hit to the left side pretty well. Let's see if they have a play on it. He turns out there, Borg, and we'll have a play on it in deep left field for out number 2. So LaPierre gave it a ride, but he kept it in the ballpark. He was bidding for home run number 4 for the year, and he got it toward the warning track, but Borg got hold of it. And here's a guy that can also ride it out of here. Billy Reynolds coming up for Maine, catching both ends of the doubleheader, grounded out 6-3 in his first at-bat today. His average was anemic down in Florida, but he has raised it to 284. But he gave Maine the long ball that they needed, really, when at a time when they started to need it, he and Bernardo came on. Fastball outside, ball 1. So Vendetti continues along. I tell you, for Siena being down in pitching, they're not doing bad today. The kid Dupuy threw a very fine game in game 1. Vendetti gets set. Here's the delivery. Hit in the air toward the second baseman, drifting back out on the grass, and we'll put it away for out number 3, Bennell. So, I tell you, Vendetti has not been bad. Each team with 3 hits. He just made the one mistake to Etchweiler that's got him in trouble. Other than that, we have an even Steven, or he'd have a lead. Maine had 3-1 at the end of 4 innings, and we'll be back.
Go for the best. Go Evan Go for the best.
Some outboards make you choose between speed and economy, but not an Evinrude mid-range outboard. You get both performance and efficiency in the full range.
Bears are ahead in the ball game, 3-1, but anything can happen. But not that the way Morse is pitching, he looks like he the whole way. And wouldn't that be amazing if he did that? He is going to face Borg. He has given up 3 hits now. That's all. He has walked 1 and struck out 4 in the game 2. It's hit in the air to deep center field. LaPierre got a late start on it. He should have room. He'll turn on it back near the warning track and the deep part of center field and put it away. For out number 1. That was hit deep to center field, but LaPierre had it. He came in on the ball and then went back.
John is trying to get Gary to play a fairly shallow center field because he has good speed and he can go back on the ball very well. So Gary is probably playing a shallower center field than, say, Donnie Hutchinson was playing when he was in that position.
Borg is out of there. Bennell, the good second baseman up there, like him, 0 for 1. They've only had now 4 hits on the day. Maine hasn't exactly torn the cover off the ball either. They have 9 hits on the day in the 2 games. Breaking pitch low, but Maine has had 2 home runs that have helped them tremendously today. Well, they didn't need the home run in game 1, but it gave them some insurance. Foul back, out of play. We're in the top half of inning 5 of a 7-inning game, game 2. Maine won the first one by a score of 3-0. And Plimpton got the win in relief. And that is a story unto itself. Here's the pitch. High, 1-1. Oh, he climbed around, 1-2. Little late call on it. 1-2. Made the appeal. So he has 1-2, 1 down. Pitch outside, 2-2. I think the 2 umpires have done a good job. I think the 2 umpire system at best is tough. At best, it's tough. Here's the pitch. High. Morse goes 3-2. You just, no matter how you play it, you can't always be where you want to be in a 2 umpire system. especially when a lot of things start happening. The 3-2 delivery coming in is hit in the air toward the right side. It is Hutchinson in right field drifting out there, and will put it away for out number 2. Now he gets a fly ball to center field, now to right field. The only guy they haven't attacked is Gagne here in left field. Phil Godonsky, the designated hitter, took a call. Third strike is up there. His first appearance today. Godonsky has not been very tough today on Maine. As a DH, he struck out, walked in game 1, and he in game 2 now has struck out, so he's not exactly having a great day. Nobody on 2 down, top half of inning number 5. Morse having a great day. Boy, his pitching, numbers of pitches have come down. That's low for a ball. He threw 25, 12, 10, and 7. In this inning, he has thrown, what, 1? 8. 8 in this inning. My goodness. Foul back. 1 ball, 1 strike. If Plimpton ends up getting the win in game 1 and Morse in game 2, it's going to be really an incredible set of circumstances. Maine ahead 3-1 in the 5th inning of a 7-inning ball game. Oh, that's a beautiful slider. Strike 2. Took a little off it. Goodness. Can't throw it better than that. Godonsky has had a tendency to not be able to pull the trigger. I don't know. I haven't seen him before, but he is the DH batting in the last spot. Got him, strike 3 in the outside corner. And here he's going to point to the plate again, and they're on the umpire every time. He wants to be careful that he's going to be gone. But he got a little vociferous on that, but he is strikeout victim number 5, and a 1-2-3 inning for Morse, who's having a great outing. It's just amazing what these 2 pitchers have done today for me.
Sitting out the lane of the fifth, left field number 20, Dave Gagne.
Dave Gagne is up there batting for the University of Maine's. Had a good day today with 3 RBIs in game 1. He got them all in game 1. And Gagne batting right-handed now. Batting .363. Will face Venditti, who has thrown a 3-hitter at Maine. Mike Venditti, he's pitching well. Morse has thrown a 3-hitter, but Maine leads it 3-1 on that Chihuahua's 3-run home run in the first inning. Fastball low to Gagne. Tough pitching duel, but it is moving right along. The first game only took a little under 2 hours. Second game, breezing right along. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Venditti's pitch is inside, tight, 2 balls, no strikes. 3-1 lead, and Lincoln may have enough, but maybe not. He always wants more, which is understandable, but Morse is pitching very, very, very well. Here's the delivery. Gagne hits it toward the left side. That's through for a base hit. One of those that was in that no man's land between short and third, and Gagne's got himself a base hit to lead off the bottom half of inning number 5. For David, that's his first hit in game 2. In game 1, he had a home run. He was only up 3 times. He had a home run and 3 RBIs total. He had a sacrifice fly to right field to get the other run in. So he's on at first base, and this is going to bring up Dutil. Mike batting in the number 9 spot. See if they send Gagne down, try to make something happen here. He bunts. It's a good bunt. He may beat it out. It's out in front of the plate. The third of first. There's no time. Gagne's going to third, and nobody covering third. Oh, Gagne alertly runs to third. There was nobody there. He never could have done it, but he just saw nobody covering the bag, and he raced for third base. Runners at first and third. Everybody fielded the bunt. Nobody covered the bag. Gagne saw that and never turned a lick as he ran for third. When I saw him turn second, I said, something's got to be weird here, and there was nobody at the bag. So runners at first and third with 1 down.
That was heads-up base running, obviously.
No doubt.
The third baseman had to come in and commit himself for the bunt. Mike Dutil gets a base hit on that rather than a sacrifice.
Hutchinson up. There's nobody out. Here's another bunt. This one down the first baseline. Gagne's coming on the throw to the plate. He is in time. He's out at the plate. They call Gagne out at the plate. They try to squeeze him home. Runners at first and second, and David is out at home plate. Hutchinson bunted. Gagne broke for home, and the throw came in to cut him down, and he is out of there 1-2. Runners now at first and second, 1 down. So they try to get him home.
That was the old safety squeeze, and apparently David did not get a very good jump on it.
All right, Bordick is up there. Runners at first and second. Lincoln's doing some shouting in the dugout, so I'm not sure what's going on down there. He wasn't pleased with it. It's hit toward shortstop. Could be two. It's through the shortstop's legs. That's going to score a run. Here comes one run in on the error, and it is 4-1 Maine as Duto scores. And runners at first and third. The error charged to a very good man at shortstop, Marinau, who tried to come up with the ball but let it go through his legs. 4-1 Maine.
No RBI on that.
Does not get an RBI. Not on the error. So Dutil scores. That's going to send Hutchinson over to third base, and Bordick is on the error at first, and this is Bernardo with one down. So for Vendetti, he's got a tough guy up there now. One of the hottest bats in the league, if not the hottest bat in the league, up there with runners at first and third, and Maine ahead 4-1. We're in the bottom half of inning number 5. Vendetti gets set. It's low in the dirt, blocked by the catcher, Turnbull. He's done a nice job. Even though he made the error, they've got a good infield. Lynn Mariano is a good shortstop, but Alex Good at second base. The catcher, Turnbull, looks impressive.
He wanted the double play on that, and he looked up. He looked up to see where the man was at second base.
Bordick breaks. The throw down to second base is not in time, and Hutchinson fell at third and scampers back. Runners at second and third. The pitch is taken for ball 2, and Bernardo talking it over with the catcher, Turnbull. Some of these kids know each other. You never know. Turnbull is from Pittsfield, Massachusetts. I think they tell me that he played for Red Wilson in the Cape League.
He could have, because Rick also did.
Yeah, I think these two guys were teammates, maybe.
Rick played for Red in the...
Yeah, I think these two, I think Bernardo and Turnbull were teammates in the summer. Breaking pitch outside. Bernardo and Turnbull were talking it over. So they look like they knew each other quite well. One from New York, one from Massachusetts. They're going to put him on board, load the bases. They're going to intentionally walk Bernardo now. There's Crawford outside. It was 3-0 anyway. So Maine has the bases loaded, and they try to get to Dan Kane. Okay. You don't think that Kane isn't thinking. You know what Danny Kane is thinking right now. I don't know if you'll get it, but you know what he's thinking. We have the bases loaded now. 1 run in the bottom of the 5th inning. Maine ahead 4-1. Gagne was out at the plate. The scoring in it was 3-2 on Gagne out at the plate off the bunt when he tried to come home when they bunted Hutchinson. Here's the delivery to Kane. High and outside for a ball. So Maine with a run across in the bottom of the 5th inning, leading 4-1, but the bases loaded and 1 down. They can really set it up right now. Vendetti's pitch, foul back. Off the catcher, and it is 1 ball, 1 strike.
Boy, Dan had a great cut at that ball. He went all the way around it. Short, compact swing of his.
Do you keep intentional walks on your book?
No, we don't differentiate.
I know some scorekeepers do. And what would you call the last one if you did?
Guess you got to call it an intentional walk.
When they automated,
I guess the first 3 pitches were definitely not.
Right. All right, Kane with a 1-1 count on him. Bases loaded, 1 down. Maine up 4-1. We're in the 5th. Oh, swings a breaking pitch and was way out in front of it. Back of Kane is Danny Etzweiler, who hasn't done anything but hit a 3-run home run in the ball game. So Mr. Vendetti is not out of his trouble yet.
Because this is where Mr. Kane is most dangerous, when he has 2 strikes on him.
And with men on base and scoring position. Vendetti at the belt now, looking in. Here's the pitch. That's low. 2-2. Kane is ready to pull the trigger. He was all cocked and ready to let it fly. Held off it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Hutchinson, Bordick, and Bernardo are on the base pass, just waiting to come flying around there if Kane can get the job done. His job to get it out of the infield, at least, with 1 down. Here's the pitch. A wild pitch is going to score the runner from third base, and we have runners at second and third now as Hutchinson comes across on a very wild pitch by Vendetti. It is 5-1 Maine. As it gets very dark here, by the way, at the ballpark. In the bottom half of inning number 5, Maine won game 1 3-0 on a combined one-hitter of Morse and Plimpton, and Morse is back pitching game 2, and I won't explain it now to you, but we will in the recap. All right, Kane has got 3 and 2, and now first base is open again. 2 men on and 1 down. Swings and fouls it back off the catcher and umpire, and we'll go back again. Should he walk him, then you would have Etchweiler up with the bases loaded. So Mr. Vendetti didn't help himself by throwing the wild pitch. Vendetti, we have not seen a relief pitcher from Siena today. They've gone with their starters all the way. Here's the delivery. Kane fouls another one back. Maine with a 3-run shot in the first inning by Etchweiler. They picked up 2 here in the 5th inning. Remember, there was an error in there on the shortstop. Either run earned. One is not. That one's not. Is that one earned?
It'll have to depend on what happens with this hitter.
Right. 3-2 delivery to Dan Kane again. Vendetti getting the sign in. And it comes down to the bout. The pitch is hit toward the left side, through for a base hit. That gets 1 run in. Bordick scores. They're going to hold Bernardo. And it is 6-1. Runners at first and third, and still 1 down. You do not get Kane out in the clutch very often. Danny Kane has just knocked in his 42nd RBI of the year. And Vendetti has Rossi coming out to talk to him. No, it's not even Rossi. It's Gary Walcott. The pitching coach is now coming out. And they're going to talk it over. I can't see from here if they've had any, but yeah, they have a right-hander warming up down there. Usually when the pitching coach comes out, they are waiting. They are down a little bit in pitching. They're now down 6-1 in a doubleheader. Maine trying to win their 24th game of the year. This is their 42nd game. They are now 8-1 in the league. If they win the second game, they would be 9-1 and very, very close to heading into postseason play again. Very close. They would win the second game. Siena would have 7 losses. You can eliminate them. The only team left that could even do anything to Maine would be Northeastern. And Northeastern has 4 losses in the league, and Maine beat them 2 out of 3. So Maine is beginning to zero in on a championship this weekend. Might have to go another week, but it could happen. Pretty close to happening this weekend. Here's the pitch to Etchweiler. Breaking pitch low. All right, we've got 1 ball, no strikes to Dan Etchweiler. Second base open. Runners at first and third. Bernardo at third. Danny Kane at first base. Maine with 6 hits now in the ball game. Etchweiler, nobody to fool with. He gave us an opposite field home run his last time up. His first time up in the ball game. Vendetti gets set. Etchweiler hits it to the left side again. This should be flavorless. Drifting down the line, it will drop foul. They gave it a good chase. They were playing him a little bit off, and Borg chased it, and Etchweiler has been going to the opposite field a lot. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That Danny Kane single means that both of these runs, all of these runs so far in this inning are earned.
University of Maine's Etchweiler, when he hit his home run, tied the all-time, not him, but the team now has tied their all-time home run mark at 38 for a season.
A single season.
So the next home run will set the all-time mark. And they've been sneaking up on that record quietly, Al. I mean, Len.
Yeah.
You don't mind me calling him Al.
No.
I've done it all day.
Maybe he does.
Well, he's not here to defend himself. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dan Etchweiler from Allentown, PA. Vendetti throws. Back foul through a breaking pitch, 1-2. Back of Etchweiler comes Gary LaPierre, who's a little quiet today, would like to get it going. Tomorrow's game at 1 o'clock, Maine and Siena for the 3rd time. If Maine wins this one, they'll be 24-18. We'll look at their New England record here in a minute. Been pretty impressive. Runner breaks. Kane hit in the air. That's in the infield. It'll be the shortstop drifting back toward the grass and puts it away for out number 2. So Mariano grabs out number 2, and it's going to be left up now to Gary LaPierre from Portland. Gary LaPierre, the sophomore from Portland, outstanding young man. Now these kids keep coming to Maine. This program has come so far. We talk about all of the years, going to the College World Series and all that, but we were looking yesterday at the kids coming back next year, even assuming for the moment that a guy like a Scotty Morse is drafted and signs. You still have a tremendous amount of talent coming back, plus the recruiting. Fastball hit in the air, could be playable in the infield and foul territory. The first baseman Howard in front of the dugout gets it for out number 3, and LaPierre's had a hard day at the plate. He's pretty disgusted. Maine comes up with 3 runs in the bottom half of inning number 5, and they get not too many base hits on it. They had, how many, Len?
3 hits.
3 hits? Yeah, they were bleeded, and one error. So we have gone through 5 innings, and Maine leads it by a score of 6-1 when we come back.
Go for the best. Go.
Maine on that error on the foul, that will be out of play. They're having trouble coming around on the fastball. Flaherty is the leadoff batter. There was a moment, I'm told, down there when there was a possibility they were going to play the game and wait till the game was over to discuss that card, and Winkin, knowing what happened, would not allow that because he knew a protest, there's a foul ball outside of first, knew that he would lose the protest because he knew what the problem was. He was hoping that maybe they would let it go, but they didn't. And then when the subject came up a possibility of playing the game and deciding it after the game, he said, no way, Jose. 2 strikes to the batter, fouled into the screen. Morse continuing to throw now very well. It's amazing what he has done. He threw 28 pitches in game 1, 25 in the first inning of this game, but then has thrown 12, 10, 7, and 11. That's, in any game, that's tremendous pitching. And here he is staying out here all day virtually with the problems that happened. Flaherty at the plate. It's hit to second base. Etzweiler comes in with it and throws him out at first base. A 3-hitter for Morse after that long delay of starting both games. And Stu Haskell's in the booth with us. Stu, you were the SID here at one time. Can you ever remember at Maine, and I don't, a frontline pitcher, or any pitcher, starting both ends of a doubleheader at Maine? I can't remember, even though it was accidental. I've seen it in some high school games where pitches foul back, where a kid will start a game and they'll get 11 runs for him, and they stop him and then take him out, put a jacket on him, and make him pitch game 2. Years ago, I tell you, a kid that did that, pitch both ends of a doubleheader, was Ron Susi, John Bass years ago did that. But that's when Ken Perone, I think, was over there coaching at John Bass. But it's a rarity, and Morse has been magnificent. And Plimpton wasn't bad. No, well, he was really terrific. Here comes the delivery. Strike 1, hit foul. That's going to be out of play. Very dark here at the field. We play tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Hope to see you here. And Maine is nearing. Stu is the chairman. I'm just going to kind of briefly thought, if Maine sweeps Stu and Northeastern were to win all their games, and Maine sweeps this one, the worst they could end up with is tied in the loss column. And they beat that strike 3 call, and he's out of there. Nice strikeout. Number 6. Would the Hartford game then have to be played? Because Maine beat Northeastern 2 out of 3, the Hartford game probably would not have to be played. So if Maine sweeps this series this weekend, for all logic, they've won the championship. Would you think? The nod I'm getting is yes. So they're ahead 6-1 right now. Steve Brennan up there with 2 down. Boy, Morse is throwing so well. Here's the delivery. Took a lot off it, down low with a ball 1. We're in the top of the 6th of a 7-inning game. 6 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Maine. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for Siena. Siena has had 4 hits today, that's all. There's a liner right at the shortstop boarding for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, and the Bears are really taking it to Siena today with the pitching. They haven't bombed them with the bats, but they have with the pitching. They're shutting them down. We go to the bottom of the 6th with Maine up front, 6-1.
Yesterday's municipal landfill is being replaced by tomorrow's refuse-derived electric.
Music to my ears. It's as fresh can be. Gotta be Granbury naturally.
Billy Reynolds up there, Maine ahead, 6-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. A great afternoon we've had here of baseball, and we'll have one for you tomorrow. Venditti out there, the right-hander throwing for Siena. That's hit toward the left side. It's playable, though. Borg chases it down in the gap, and that's out number 1 in left field. So that was Reynolds' best shot today, but it is just a long out, and Dave Gagne comes up. Gagne in the last inning had an interesting inning. He singled, ended up at third base, and when Hutchinson bunted, Gagne broke for home and was thrown out 3-2. So he's back up there in the next inning trying it again. 6-1. Gagne hit a home run in game 1. He had all 3 RBIs of the 3-0 romp that Maine had. And the Bears, now trying to win their 24th game of the year, lead this one 6-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning of a 7-inning affair. It is ball 1 to David, co-captain of the ball club. Coming in today, batting at .363. Venditti delivers. Gagne cuts and misses at a high fastball, 1-1. Tomorrow, Steve Lubier for the University of Maine. Although I wouldn't count on anything the way we started today and had to move things around. Here's the right-handed delivery. It's hit the right side. Could be trouble. It is in for a base hit. One of those dying liners to right field to the opposite way, and Gagne now has back-to-back hits in this game. He was 2 for 3 yesterday. He is 2 for 3 in game 2 today, and in game 1 today, he went 1 for 3, but the one hit was a home run that put Maine really solidly in the lead. Dutil is up. Scored in the last inning after singling. Batting right-handed, another freshman for Maine. Gagne off first with 1 out. Thing is fouled. Down the line into the tarp area. That tarp came into play last night. Without the tarp, and all the people who donated to the tarp fund and got that thing here, that's one of the reasons we're playing today, Lynn. How valuable that is. Another reason this is a top-notch facility.
No question about it, George. It's extremely important. Husson College down the road had to call off their games today because of their wet grounds.
Venditti getting the sign. A pitch out looking for Gagne to go, and he did not go. 1 ball, 1 strike. Trying to outthink Winkin. Is not going to work for the moment. Gagne takes a good, healthy lead. Maine could have some things going here, leading by 5 runs. Gagne he runs well. Venditti throws. It's hit toward the second baseman. The first baseman knocked it down. Should have let it go. Everybody's going to be safe. Got to go for a base hit. And that was interesting. Brennan was coming at the ball to charge it, and the first baseman, Howard, dove to his right and knocked the ball down. Nobody to cover first. The ball was loose. Everybody's safe. Runners at first and second. So sometimes your athletic ability can get you in a little bit of trouble, too. Maine ahead 6-1. They're about hit Siena. Today, on the total game, they have out-hit Siena by 14-4. Hutchinson batting left-handed. A leadoff hitter with 2 on and 1 down. Venditti to throw. Pitch on the outside corner for a strike. So Maine will try to get more here now in the bottom half of inning number 6 to ensure the victory and get him into the 9-inning game tomorrow, which Lubier is to pitch. Venditti takes the windup, comes set, and fires. It's hit to the left side, through for a base hit. Here comes Gagne. They're going to send him. The throw to the plate is wide. Gagne scores. It is 7-1. So they don't get him at the plate this time. And he scores the 7th run of the day. Maine with 9 base hits. Runners at first and second. And Venditti maybe walking a very thin line between staying in and coming out of the game as Bordick comes up for the Bears. Bordick has scored. He's had a hard job getting base hits the last couple of days, hitting the ball fairly well, but at times at people. Venditti getting the sign in now. Bordick batting right-handed. Runners at first and second. Looks at one in the outside corner for a strike. Maine trying to sweep the doubleheader today and go for the single game tomorrow. They've lost only one game in the league, and that was kind of a game that they let get away down at Northeastern. Looking back at second, and Venditti throws. That's hit to the right side. That could be trouble. That's going down the line. It is a foul ball. Oh, just by inches down there. Brennan chasing it, and that ball looked good leaving, but it lands maybe a couple of feet outside the line, and that would have cleared everybody home. So Bordich just had trouble then getting on base.
That always happens when a fellow is struggling a little bit for his base hits. He hits those, drives down the lines, and they always seem to go about 3 feet foul. When you're going good, those land inside the line or on the line, and you get a double or a triple.
7 runs, 9 hits for the Bears. Bordich up with 0-2 on him, and Venditti, who's pitched pretty well. The kid that pitched the first game, Dupuy, pitched a real good game against Maine. This kid's not pitching bad either. Morse and Plimpton were excellent today again. That's hit to the left side. That is through for a base hit. That's going to send Boothville home. Here comes the throw. It will be cut off. Runners at first and second. It is 8-1. And now Maine has 10 base hits in the ball game, as Bordich finally got one through to the left side. And they're out. Rossi's scratching his ear. You know, whether or not he sends for a relief pitcher depends on a lot of things. He's used so much pitching this week, and he's down now 8-1. With tomorrow's 9-inning game coming, he may not want to use anymore today if he doesn't have to. He may let Venditti throw a while out there. Here's a tough customer. Mr. Bernardo had his 13-game hitting streak stopped in Game 1, started one in Game 2. Bernardo has a single in this ball game, and he has scored a run. He hits it to the second baseman. Force at second for one, back to first. He got him. Ooh. Crowd didn't like that one, and I'm not particularly sure about it either. 4-6-3 double play hit into by Bernardo, and that ends it, but Maine comes up with 2 more runs. So we have completed 6 innings, and Maine leads it 8-1. We'll be back for the 7th and final inning in a moment.
If your muffler has gone bad, here's some good news. The Economizer muffler from Midas, now only $19.95. Bring your car a light truck.
Daily balance. There's a modest $3 per month charge when your balance falls below that minimum. And at Machias Savings Bank, the monthly service charge is waived for any account holder 62 or older. Check where personal checking is at its best. Machias Savings Bank, the total service bank of Sunrise County. Machias, Calais, and Columbia. Member FDIC.
It is amazing to me. Scotty Morse has thrown only 102 pitches in both appearances today combined. Back to the mound, 1 up and 1 down in the final inning as he gets Turnbull 1-3. And Morse, well, you know, it's going to be, Lynn and I were just talking about it. Each SID nominates a player of the week. And who do you nominate? Do you nominate Morse, a pitcher of the week, or do you nominate Plimpton? And they both, you have reasons to nominate both of them. Isn't that incredible? Alessio is up 0-2 today. Maine had 8-1 in the 7th and final inning, and Morse looks like he's going to go through 9 innings of pitching today in 2 games in a really weird set of circumstances. Pitches for a ball. He has walked 1, struck out 6, and thrown a free hitter in Game 2. Swings and misses. There you got a piece of it. 1-1. Incredible performance by Morse, really.
By both pitchers, George. That's why it's so difficult. You can only nominate one person as a pitcher of the week.
Here's a hot shot to Bordich at shortstop. Takes his time. He throws him out. 2 down. The Bears are on the edge of winning their 24th game of the year. 8-1 here in the final inning. Dave Howard, the last hope for Siena's Indians, are about to lose their 7th game of the year and their 10th loss. They'll be 7-7 in the league, and they'll be 19-10 overall. Maine will end up 24-18 and 9-1 in the league if this holds up now, as it appears it will. Here is Morse inside. Oh, I'm telling you. Mr. Rossi won his battle today when he got Morse out of the first game on a technicality, but it didn't do him any good, did it? He had to face him eventually. Got to pay the piper. Throwing a 3-hitter. Foul back. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Nobody on for Siena in the 7th and final inning. Tomorrow, a 9-inning game. The game will be ready to go at 1 o'clock. Steve Lubier for the Maine Bears tomorrow. Maine has lost only 1 league game. A line foul outside of the bag. Now, Maine came back from Florida, Len, with a losing record.
I think they were 9-13 when they came back from Florida, George. And they went to
South Carolina. They lost 3.
Yeah, so they were 9-16 at one point.
They beat Rhode Island twice, Hartford twice, split with Mass, won 2 out of 3 for Northeastern, beat Southern Maine twice, New Hampshire 3 times, and then Husson. Here comes the delivery. Strike 3 swinging. It's all over. Morse, a brilliant job today as he strikes out 7, gives a 3-hitter, and the Bears win it. 8-1, 8-10-0, 1-3-1. Terrific doubleheader win. What a great pitching staff Maine exhibited today with those 2 kids in a very strange set of circumstances. And we'll explain that in the post game, and we'll be back. Full of wrap up. We'll be back here in just a moment, as a matter of fact.
Go for the best. Go Evinrude. Go for the best.
Some outboards make you choose between speed and economy, but not an Evinrude mid-range outboard. You get both performance and efficiency in the full range from 40 to 70 horsepower.
Go for the best. Go Evinrude. Go for the best.
See them now at Thornton Sports Shop on Route 2 Milford, just 2 miles from Old Town. It's National Appliance Month. What better time to buy a new dishwasher at Braun Incorporated in Bucksport? GE dishwasher model GSD 600D has a 7-cycle machine with temperature sensor and 10-year tub interior warranty. Right now at Braun Incorporated, it's just $299.99 at Braun's pickup price. And that's just one of the GE dishwashers or appliances on sale during National Appliance Month at Braun Incorporated, Main Street, Bucksport. Your one-stop for quality major appliances.
A.J. Cole Tire, the Giant, has traded, and the result is the Giant is overstocked. And now they've got to move those tires out. So the Giant, A.J. Cole, has deals on the tires you want. The dependable Armstrong all-season radials. Armstrong tires are known for their long wear. Selling Giant. See you in the Valley. The Valley of the Giant. A.J. Cole Tire. Perry Road, Bangor.
Yeah. Absolutely incredible work by Morse and Plimpton under very different set of circumstances, and one would